Arsenal are not taking a break, are they? Another signing. Leandro Trossard will be announced today, tomorrow, very soon, likely to be part of the Manchester United game, usually likely on the bench. But Arsenal have not stopped there. Once they missed out on the Mudryk deal, it's very clear they are pushing for whether this was going to happen anyways. If Mikhailo Mudryk did come to Arsenal and these deals, well, not the Trossard one, we know that wasn't going to happen. But if this deal was going to continue to happen, or this might be the plan B. Arsenal have completed the signing of Jakub Kiwior. I don't know if I pronounced the last name correctly, but Jakub Kiwior. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name until I know the right way to pronounce it. Apologies. Contracts have been signed with Spezia. He's coming from Spezia for a fee in excess of 20 million euros with add-ons. That is according to Fabrizio Romano. So a very, basically very similar fee to Trossard. Trossard was 21 million with 5 million in add-ons. But I think that was pounds and British pounds. This is excess of 20 million euros with add-ons as well. Not any reports of the exact figure of the add-ons, but essentially Arsenal have spent around 45 to 50 million on two players, maybe even 50 to 55 million on two players that will fix or help with the squad depth. This is what I talked about yesterday with the Trossard video. Arsenal signing Trossard. It's very clear that Edu and Arteta have. I mean, it's very clear if you're a fan of Arsenal and if you just watch them that there are weaknesses in the squad in terms of depth. We know that. One of them was a left-sided center back, and one of them was another wide player because Saka and Martinelli can't play every single game. Smith Rowe's coming back from injury, and Gabriel at the back plays every single game because there is not another left-sided center back. The best option you would have really would play Tomiyasu there because he is very two-footed, so he could also play with his left foot as the left-sided center back, and he plays left-sided center back with Japan, but he also played mostly right back as well with Japan at the World Cup. So Arsenal are taking advantage. This is a 22-year-old Polish center back from Spezia playing in Serie A. He's been rumored and linked with Juventus, with Napoli, and with Dortmund as well. There have been a lot of teams that apparently have been linked with him. And Arsenal just came in, and it was one of those under-the-radar deals, very similar to Fabio Vieira in the summer. Fabio Vieira, no one really had any links. No journalist had any rumors, and it kind of just came right through. And same thing with Jakub Kiwior. And this is what I prefer the club to do, although it's very, very difficult and usually not in the club's control. Obviously, if every club wants their business to be done privately, but agents and everyone talks, and also a lot of clubs use the media for their own benefit. So it's not surprising when journalists and media get their hands on the news, and it's literally their job. It's Fabrizio's job. It's David Ornstein's job. It's all these reporters' job to get that news. That's what they have to do. And very, very good job by Edu and the club to not let that news come out. I mean, it was essentially Fabrizio Romano tweeted that they're closing in on a deal, and then 40 minutes later, the deal was done. So it was done very, very quickly. And again, he's a left-sided center back, 22 years old, very highly rated, very good on the ball, and will provide competition for Gabriel. Don't expect him to start. Really, he might be able to play some Europa League games if Arsenal advance to the FA Cup, maybe some FA Cup games, and the rotation as well. Maybe he will start a few Premier League games because towards that, final 2 to 3 months of the season, if Arsenal are in the Europa League and the Premier League in both competitions, having to play Thursday, Sunday, it might be very difficult for Gabriel and for a lot of members of the team to play every 3 days and keep the levels up. So that's what this signing is for. This signing is to provide competition and cover for Gabriel in the back line. That's what this is for, just as Trossard is doing the same in the front line, and that means Arsenal are very well equipped on their title charge. That is what they are aiming to do from here on out until May. I'm not going to act like I know much about him. I don't think a lot of people do know know much about him other than if you were watching Serie A games, and especially in general. And I have not been able to watch that, so I do not know much about him. But we will see how he does. And he is also a long-term signing. He's not like someone like Trossard who is going to be on a 3.5-year contract. It's very likely he will be on a 5-year deal, according to Fabrizio Romano. 22 years old, long-term contract, and let's see how he does. This puts Arsenal in a very good situation when it comes to depth. I talked about this in the Leandro Trossard video. The back line's pretty good. Well, now the back line's even better with the left center back covered. Now, basically, the left back, the left center back, the right center back, and the right back all have 2 positions available. Ben White, Tomiyasu on the right, Saliba and Rob Holding in the right center back role. Left center back will be Gabriel and Jakub Kiwior, and on the left back role, it is Zinchenko with Kieran Tierney. So 8 defenders on the back line that can all play there. On the front line, you have Bukayo Saka, you have Gabriel Jesus when he comes back from injury, hopefully in March. You have Eddie Nketiah, you have Emile Smith-Rowe, you have Gabriel Martinelli. That is 5. If Reece Nelson comes back from his hamstring injury, he was playing on the right and the left in the Carabao Cup and Europa League games. So that you could throw him in as 6, but he would probably be the 6th man of that squad. And so there are really kind of 2 weaknesses now I still see maybe in this squad for Arsenal before I think it has the full amount of depth that it needs. That is a left-footed right winger, because yes, Bukayo Saka will be on the right. Yes, Trossard can play on the right, very good with both feet. But they don't have that very much like Saka, that left-footed right winger. Maybe Trossard can do that, but I feel like Trossard's going to be a very utility man in terms of all 3 positions, left, center, and the right side. So we'll see how that goes. You can also put Smith-Rowe on the right side as well, but again, that's not ideally what you want, as you want that left-footed right winger who can cut in and also go down the line as well. But essentially, if you want cover for that position's very difficult, because Bukayo Saka's top 5 right wingers in the world. So like it's going to be very difficult to get someone even to cover that. And the very, very, very obvious one, I think this is the most glaring one. If Arsenal do make another signing, there are rumors they might be going after Fresneda, the right back over there in Spain. That might be a good signing. I don't know about that one because he is very young. And I like I just said, you have 8 players along that back line. But that would be one for the future. We'll see how that if Arsenal do decide to spend the 20 to 30 million that it would take to sign him. But the very obvious one is CDM. Thomas Partey. If Thomas Partey gets hurt, it's just, I mean, Mohamed El-Neni, we love him, but he's not up to the level that you need. Especially when you're fighting on 2 fronts, in the Premier League and in the Europa League. Thomas Partey has not really played 3 days, every 3 days this season. He was rested during a lot of the Europa League games because Arteta wanted to make sure that he was not getting injured. So can you really push him in both competitions like that? I'm not entirely sure. That is the clear and obvious area where Arsenal need to strengthen. However, you probably will have to go through this season without making a signing and hoping Partey can stay fit and maybe rotating El-Neni in when you can, because Arsenal's main summer target will be Declan Rice for that position and for Granit Xhaka's position. If Granit Xhaka goes down as well, you have Albert Sambi-Lakanga. You could also put Fabio Vieira in the left-sided 8 role. You could put Emile Smith-Rowe in the left-sided 8 role. So there are ways you can cover Granit Xhaka if he went down. It would just require a lot of tinkering around the team, because Granit Xhaka can do a lot of the box-to-box things as we've seen this season. If you put Emile Smith-Rowe over there, for example, that is a little bit different because Smith-Rowe is not used to all the defensive work that the left-sided 8 role would require. So that's really, the midfield really is just kind of waiting on Declan Rice. That's kind of what Arsenal want to do. That it will be the player that then solidifies the Arsenal squad as a top level squad. But I do believe they will have to go through the rest of the season without that, and that is the risk you're going to have to take. Arsenal will achieve the targets that they want, but Thomas Partey has to stay fit. That's the one player that has to stay fit. Most important player in the team for the system. We'll see how it goes. And if Arsenal make any more signings, I'll bring you guys another video. Very happy with this. Arsenal are making moves. They're building out the squad. And then in the summer, they're going to try to raise the quality of the squad. That's what the January window is doing now, and that's what they're going to try to do in the summer. Very, very happy with the under-the-radar moves, and Arsenal have to kick on. I'm supposed to make a match preview. I was going to make it today, and then I woke up, and Arsenal were signing another player. So I'll try to get the match preview out as soon as possible. Manchester United versus Arsenal this Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern on the United States, 5:30 over there in the UK. 100K on Super Sunday. Let's go. I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Talking about Arsenal, Premier League, football, and everything here. Just booted this up this week. So if you're brand new to the channel, or if you know me from my main channel, guys, if you know me from the main channel, please share with friends, share on social media, anything you can. I would really, really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the day. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this signing and Arsenal's business in general. I'm very, very happy with them, but what do you think? Take care of yourselves. Peace out.